Yeah, I mean, when you start like that and they score a goal after 2 minutes and you have an injury, of course it's really difficult when you play against maybe the best team in the league away in the front of a big crowd. So I feel for Ellie, of course, but for the team it's really difficult. So we had a tough start the first 15. We're struggling a little bit, of course, I will say. And then I think we play well in between 15 and 30. Then we do some a little bit weird decision makings on the pitch, things that we didn't really follow the game plan. So I think I'm disappointed over that. I think we gave away some pieces in the game way too easy. Because I think really we had the chance today. I had a really good feeling. We had a good energy in the group. So, and of course, it's a little bit unlucky that they score in the first minute or second minute, and then just before halftime is not what you need. In the second half, I think we play much better. But it's difficult with 2-0 away and then do something then. But we did our best. We was creating some chances. We did some early subs and a decent second half.
To me, this game looked like night and day between the last time Racing played here last season, not during preseason, last season. So what does it say that you're disappointed in this result? I know it's 2 goals, but on the whole, the team played much more consistently. Does that show how much the team has grown since last season to you?
Yeah, I mean we are so much better, I would say, and we felt with that we had the chance, even if there were 2-0, like I said, that we were keep going. I'm proud of the goal that they were keep going and gave it a chance in the second half, and with a little bit of luck, and we had a couple of chances. Ari had a few, for example, and some of the corners. Then maybe we can take a point away. But it was the small details in the first half. It makes me a little bit disappointed. But overall, we are a better team today than we were like a half year ago, for example.
I mean, even with the early goals and with the mistakes in the first half, this was a much more consistent game to me than the previous one. Yeah. So, and even the one against the Washington Spirit. So, do you think the team is, despite this, finding their consistency and finding their ability to play out of pressure better than maybe they did in some of these other games?
Yeah, we talked about it, that we had a little bit panic in LA, so we were talking about to try to keep the ball a little bit more. We maybe did it a little too much. We played a little bit too much central, I would say. So the second goal was a typical example where we were talking about to not lose the ball. But overall, we did a better job there. I agree with you.
Michael, go ahead. I think you're on mute, Mike.
Sorry about that. Any early word on Ellie, because the injury looked pretty bad on TV?
Yeah, what do you call it? Hamstring, exactly.
Hamstring.
Yeah, so it was a hamstring, I think. So yeah.
And then the 2 goals that Racing conceded in the first half, both looked to me like out of shape defensively, kind of transition goals. Is that just something you have to kind of live with in the style that you play, or did you see anything differently on those 2 goals? Because it looked like they just didn't have enough. You just didn't have enough players back in the transition on those goals.
I think it's a mix. Of course, we were talking about to try to keep the ball in the team a little bit more. Of course, it's a risk, but also it's a risk to give away the momentum in the game like we did in LA. So it can be plus and minus. I just think they were waiting for us a little bit in the first half to play that ball into the middle, and especially when the second goal, I think, were a good example of what we didn't want to do, because we know that they're probably the best team in the league when it comes to transitions. So we said that try to build more on the sides instead to start with, and then into the middle. And there were a couple of times we didn't do it. So that's the part I'm disappointed over, that we didn't really was following the game plan that we had. because like I said, I think we are good enough to take a point here, or maybe a really good day to win. So we gave away it a little bit too easy.
Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, Kim, you mentioned a few times that Portland, obviously the defending champs, might be the best team in the league. Is this, I guess, a hard way to learn that teams like that will punish even the smallest mistake that you make almost instantly?
Yeah, of course it is. We need also have to our mind to have, like, for example, Sophie Smith as a 9, that she's one of the better strikers in the world, I would say. So if you give her the chances, she will take it. And that's why what I said was to try to build a little bit more on the sides to start with, and then maybe into the middle when they drops down. But they are good. They are good.
Carson reached 10,000 minutes in the NWSL today. What has having an experienced player for caliber on the team done to change the team dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, she great personality, great in the locker room, amazing player. One of the best left foots in the league, and maybe the best one. So she have helped us a lot. So she's gonna help us a lot in the future as well, for sure. So I'm happy to have her in the team.
Any other questions for Kim? All right, Kim, you're.
Thank you.